You store food every day, but somehow things still go bad faster than expected. Don't worry, these simple tricks will fix that. And the last one? That's the one that saves the most food. Putting hot food straight in the fridge? Yeah, your fridge turns into a sauna. Let it cool slightly first, so everything else doesn't suffer with it. Storing berries in their original container? That's basically a countdown timer. Transfer them to a container with airflow, and they last way longer. If you're watching this, comment foodie, and let's upgrade your fridge game. Keeping bread in the fridge actually dries it out faster. Room temp keeps it soft. Freezer keeps it long term. Your fridge is just confusing it. Washing produce before storing sounds smart until moisture makes it spoil faster. Wash right before using instead. Putting potatoes and onions together? They team up to spoil faster. Keep them apart like two people who shouldn't text each other. Storing leafy greens loose? Wrap them in a dry paper towel and they stay crisp way longer. Keeping condiments on the fridge door? That's the warmest spot. Great for access, not so great for shelf life. Bananas next to everything else? They release gas that ripens food faster. Basically, they're speeding up the aging process for everything around them. But here's the game changer. Labeling leftovers with dates. Because I think this is still good, is how you end up sniffing containers like a detective. Master these and your food lasts longer and your wallet suffers a lot less. You store food every day, but some of your habits are quietly shortening its life. These fixes are simple, and the last one? That's the real upgrade. Storing apples in a sealed plastic bag traps moisture and speeds up spoilage. A loose bag or breathable container keeps them crisp longer. Yes, airflow actually matters. Putting fresh herbs in the fridge drawer? That's basically a slow goodbye. Stand them in water like flowers and they last way longer and look way fancier. If you're watching this, comment foodie. Let's fix that fridge of yours. Keeping coffee in the fridge sounds smart, but it absorbs odors fast. That rich aroma? Now it tastes like leftovers. Storing cheese tightly wrapped in plastic suffocates it. Use parchment or wax paper so it can breathe and stay fresh. Leaving citrus fruits out too long dries them out. The fridge keeps them juicy way longer. Small move, big difference. Keeping flour in the pantry forever? It can go stale or even rancid. Store it in airtight containers, or better yet, refrigerate it. Stacking leftovers while still warm traps steam inside. That moisture builds up and ruins texture before you even reheat it. Storing nuts at room temperature for too long lets their oils go bad. The fridge or freezer keeps them fresh and crunchy. But here's the one most people don't realize. Your fridge has temperature zones. The back is coldest, the door is warmest. Put sensitive food in the wrong spot, and you're basically fast-forwarding spoilage. Fix these, and suddenly your food lasts longer, and you waste way less without even trying. You store food every day, but a few small changes can make everything last way longer. And the last one? That's the one that makes a real difference. Storing fresh mushrooms in plastic traps moisture and makes them slimy faster. A paper bag keeps them dry and fresh longer. Keeping eggs on the fridge door exposes them to temperature changes. Store them deeper inside where it's more stable. If you're watching this, comment foodie. Let's upgrade your food storage game. Wrapping celery in foil instead of plastic keeps it crisp for weeks. It actually releases gas that foil lets escape. Storing fresh fish directly on a plate isn't enough. Put it over ice in the fridge to keep it colder and fresher. Keeping open canned food in the can affects flavor. Transfer it to a separate container to keep it tasting clean. Storing honey in the fridge makes it crystallize faster. Keep it at room temperature so it stays smooth. Leaving cooked rice uncovered in the fridge dries it out quickly. Seal it properly to keep the texture intact. Storing fresh ginger at room temperature makes it shrivel. Keep it in the fridge or freezer to extend its life. But here's the one most people don't realize. Air is the enemy of freshness. The more you reduce air exposure, through tight containers or wrapping, the longer your food keeps its flavor, texture, and quality. You store food every day, but a few small details can quietly make things last way longer. And the last one? That's the one most people never think about. Storing avocados in water in the fridge slows down browning. It keeps them green longer. Yes, it actually works. Keeping butter wrapped loosely lets it absorb fridge odors. Store it tightly sealed so it doesn't taste like everything else. If you're watching this, comment foodie. Let's fix your storage habits. Storing cucumbers too cold can damage them. Keep them in a slightly warmer part of the fridge so they stay crisp. Leaving deli meats in their original packaging after opening dries them out. Transfer to an airtight container for better freshness. Storing spices near the stove exposes them to heat and moisture. Move them away, and they keep their flavor much longer. Keeping open snacks in their original bags lets air in. Clip them tight or transfer to containers to keep them crunchy. Storing chocolate in the fridge can cause condensation and texture changes. A cool, dry place is better. Leaving fresh bread uncovered makes it stale faster. A bread box or cloth wrap keeps the right balance of moisture. But here's the one most people miss. Your fridge isn't just cold, it's dry. Foods lose moisture over time, so protecting them from drying out is just as important as keeping them cold. You store food every day, but a few small changes can quietly double how long things last. And the last one? That's the one most people completely miss. Storing leafy herbs like cilantro or parsley in a sealed container traps moisture. A loose cover or breathable wrap keeps them fresh way longer. Keeping watermelon fully cut and exposed dries it out fast. Cover the cut side tightly to keep it juicy. If you're watching this, comment foodie. Let's upgrade your fridge habits. Storing hard cheese with the rind cut off makes it dry faster. Leave the rind on to protect the inside. Keeping open jars half empty means more air inside. Transfer to a smaller container to extend shelf life. Storing flour tortillas in the fridge dries them out. Keep them sealed at room temp or freeze for longer storage. Putting hot leftovers in deep containers traps heat inside. Use shallow containers so they cool faster and stay safer. Keeping fresh berries mixed together spreads mold faster. Store them separately to prevent one bad piece ruining everything. Storing green onions upright in a jar with a little water keeps them fresh longer, and they can even regrow. But here's the one most people overlook. Condensation is the enemy. When moisture builds up inside containers, it speeds up spoilage, so always keep things dry and properly sealed.